The year is 1978, and we'll come to the books. The year 1978, the year in which the box office smash, let's say that, was Grease. Although the biggest selling single of the year was Rivers of Babylon by Boney M. Immensely, that was just their year, 78. But probably you may remember from the charts, You're the One That I Want and Summer Nights, because songs from the film Grease were just almost ever present in the charts from the summer onwards. So what we've got here, Doctor Who fans, these are the target books released in 78. The number of books compared to the previous year is down from 11 to 7. But what's so interesting is eras and styles. So let's start with eras. I've mentioned in previous videos that the Tom Baker books reflected the Philip Hinchcliffe era. Philip Hinchcliffe, producer, Robert Holmes, script editor, produced what many fans think, and I think was just the most consistently brilliant era of Doctor Who. And this first book, The Face of Evil, represents that era. But by 1978, in fact 77-78 season, Philip Hinchcliffe and Robert Holmes had been replaced. And the new producer was Graham Williams, and the first story of the Graham Williams era was Horror of Fang Rock. What I find fascinating is how quickly they'd done that. So Fang Rock had only been on TV in September 77 as the first of this era. Very, very popular story with fans to this day. But by early 78, the book was out. So this sense of trying to do TV book tie-ins rapidly is really hitting in this change of era. So we have here the change from the Philip Hinchcliffe to the Graham Williams era. So there's a change of era there, but also in styles on the books. Now you may have noticed here that there are 2 books from previous Doctors. We've got Tomb of the Cybermen, reflecting Patrick Troughton's stories, but with a cover of a Cyberman from the Tom Baker era. Also Death to the Daleks from the John Pertwee era. So you'll notice on the covers what we've got is a Cyberman and Dalek, but no picture of a doctor. Now there's a reason for that. I believe it was down to the influence of producer Philip Hinchcliffe. So it started in his era, that when there was a target novel looking back to the previous Doctors, they didn't feature the Doctor's face. So let's illustrate that. If we go from the very first year of the target novelisations, and these were from 73-74, beg your pardon, and you can see these fantastic line drawings we've looked at before of William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee. So although these were published during the era of John Pertwee's Doctor, the producers who would have had some influence a little bit had no problem with previous Doctors being depicted on the covers with equal prominence. But Philip Hinchcliffe felt really to maximise, I suppose, the brand of the Tom Baker era. They wanted the covers to reflect that. So where there are previous stories from previous Doctors, the Doctors of that era are missing. So whereas for this Patrick Troughton story, a previous Cyberman story, you would have had the Cyberman and Troughton. Now you just have a Cyberman. Now you just get the aliens, the Sontaran and the Dalek from the very first Sontaran story. And also what's interesting is for the fan who loves the Hinchcliffe era, although it's gone on TV, in a sense the book and the TV experience in the child's imagination is merged. So we have here 1, 2, 3 books from the Hinchcliffe era: The Face of Evil, The Android Invasion, The Sontaran Experiment. So although on TV we're now watching the Graham Williams era with Horror of Fang Rock, in book form we're still reliving the Hinchcliffe era. So although many fans now look back and think, oh, the shift from Hinchcliffe to the Graham Williams era, or shifting quality downwards, but actually at the time new stories were still new stories and exciting, And at the same time, we were actually having a TV and a book experience that in the imagination is all merged into one. So we're still reliving the Hinchcliffe era as the books come out. And we'll see more of that in 79. So that's 78. I hope you enjoyed that. And I shall leave you with these books a bit longer. Enjoy.